Hi, my name is Lorraine, and I'm going to share something that happened that I felt was very poignant and very inspirational for me. I was reading my affirmations, and one of my affirmations is the charge of the goddess. And so I was reading a certain part of it, and I'll read that to you. I call upon your soul to arise and come unto me, for I am the soul of nature that gives life to the universe. And as I was reading that part of the Charge of the Goddess, I just had all this information start coming in. And so I do as I always do, and I started writing that information down. And what came to me was, all things of nature came first and evolved. They are the most ancient and wise. The trees, the plants, the complex ecosystem was developed over billions of years to support the vegetation present on all planets, all worlds. They hold many keys and codes as well as ancient wisdom, though the most ancient wisdom resides within the water. And so I was receiving that message, and it was very emotional. So when that information comes in, it comes in with just its awareness, its empowerment through knowledge, but also this information is shared with an intense love. So as that information's coming in, I'm feeling just intense waves of love and energy flowing through my body. It's very profound, and it doesn't move me out of center, but it's the trust that the universe is sharing with me when it shares that information. It's very profound. So one day I'm driving home with my daughter from dropping off my son somewhere, and she just says to me, she just starts bringing up, Mom, I'm not sure why everybody's so down on people who eat meat, because they said they torture the animal and the energy's not, good. And she goes, but plants, she goes, they're tainted also. They have GMOs, pesticides. She goes, and then if it's not that, if you're trying to eat organic, she said, the air is toxic, the soil is toxic, all the things that we need to nurture our vegetation is equally toxic, and therefore the energy field of the plant is just as bad for us as eating meat. She goes, so I'm not really sure. I'm confused by this conflict that's happening within our society. And I said, well, it's so interesting that you bring up plants, because I had this experience, and I started telling her about the Charge of the Goddess when I was reading my affirmation and that message that came through. And so I discussed that with her. And she says to me, she has this epiphany, and she says to me, my daughter's 17, and I talked to both my kids quite a bit about this different esoteric perspective. She says to me, yeah, Mom. And so I talked to her about the wisdom of the water, right? The wisdom that's carried within the water. And she says to me, yeah, Mom, and water has cycles, and like energy, it can't be destroyed. And we're driving down the highway, and my mind, for me, I'm completely blown away. I'm completely blown away that she just, out of the blue, just said this. And one of the things I talk about with my kids is, as this transition and this change in awareness and awakening isn't about like all of a sudden we're going to be super intelligent, we're going to be reciting Einstein's theories, right? It is an emotional intelligence. It's an awareness of the world around us and the people around us. It's about perspective, our shifting perspective of the world around us and the people around us and what's happening, right? It's a wisdom that we carry deep within, and it's demonstrated in how we perceive the world, okay? And so when she said that to me, and I know she's been going through a massive shift. She's talked to me about it. The energy flowing through her body, the tingling, the warming of the hands. So I know she's going through it, but it was just so mind-boggling to me that what she articulated and how she articulated it so matter-of-factly and with confidence. And so what that message was for me as I'm talking to my daughter is about how important it is that I continue to do the videos, how important it is, the posts and any readings I do. It's just about planting seeds. I'm not expecting any massive shift in any one person, right? Based on what I say to them. It's more about planting seeds for people to ruminate on, to think about words, ideas, concepts, paradigms, shifting paradigms, where we were, where we see ourselves going. It's so important. And so I feel like the videos I'm creating are going to change more so that I can share information I receive, and you or anybody who's watching can listen and think about that and try to determine, does it have value for me? And if so, what is that value? How can I utilize this? How does this help me become a better person, more aware, more awakened, right? And it doesn't have to be in agreement with everything I say. Oh, I agree with her, so I'm going to listen to her. Even stuff that you don't agree with has value because you're using discernment, right? I am discerning, you're discerning whether this information has value or it doesn't have value. And that is so important. Discernment is, along with awakening, is so important. Or discernment as a result of awakening is extremely important. And so I just wanted to share that. I wanted to share that experience. I wanted to share my daughter's experience, and the understanding, the epiphany that I had for me personally on my path and purpose, because I am fully committed to that. And right now I'm going through, one of the reasons why I haven't been doing videos is the energy on the planet is so tumultuous, and the energy that I'm experiencing is very tumultuous. And so I needed to take time to think about what this means and what this shifting and changing energy it signifies, and where that flow of that shifting and changing energy is taking me to. Okay, so that was all I wanted to share. Thank you so much. Bye.